Brooke will make sure that Stansford is wearing that jacket.
So,
Jones, Diana,
hi, this is me, Dr. Mia Luke, but Maria is my legal name. Like, hi, yeah, this is also real. Like, I didn't like sit around on do this myself and send it to myself or print it out. Yeah, these people, this actually exists. So, there are a lot of people who want to call you a fraud from 20,000 miles away on this planet with the internet. I don't know what I can do about it from outside the US, but there are some things I can do about it from inside the US. Okay, great. Yes. Yeah, I'm not accepting telepathic communication right now, so don't try. All right. If that makes sense to anybody, just do it. If it doesn't, well, I haven't been found to be schizophrenic or delusional at all. Yeah, yeah. And see why I was in psychiatric rehabilitation. Right. Well, number one is like my friend just threw me out on the street, even though they knew I was sick. And another person, yes, these are all people from the 21084. Hazard County, Harford County. I'm sorry, Harford County. I mean, the place that's turning into Towson. Like, keep your urban sprawl to yourself. Whoa. Let's leave some rural and trees and preservation land. Yeah, people jump in and help Cecil County too. I know Montgomery County. All right, well, Cecil County needs some freaking help too. And those of you walking around under the delusion, okay, that people still aren't dying on a daily basis, I'm so sorry, but that's not true. And I'm sorry. You need to hear that. But there are plenty of people who know better than some other people. And after a certain point in time, they might actually be able to go after you in court. I'm just putting that there. Yeah. So, all right, I'm handling some serious medical situations to the point where, just in case I fall building and I don't get back up. That sucks. It's funny, but not funny for me. But for me, it kind of like there's this extra side part, like, but it sucks. Yes. Okay. Anyway, so trying to learn that I can't drive anymore. Oh, it's just wow. I know I'm only 51, but I mean, I knew I probably was not going to go like the long stretch. But I was really hoping that it wouldn't get this bad this quickly, but it has. So my health is a major concern at this juncture. And trying to figure out, like, what do I know? I'm not a Medicaid expert. It's like, I'm also not an estate lawyer. Like, Social Security Administration really shouldn't be bothering me about it. They should be passing law cats who, crazily enough, told me a lie for some reason. I think that's something that, like, you should discuss as a lie before you tell the client to do that. Anyway, I don't care. I'm dying. Who cares? Right? Uh, anyway, so I have some things to say. But I usually don't want to go after people in court for any reason. It's like such a pain in the ass, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it pays people's bills. I get it. But still, all in all, such a pain in the ass. But At this juncture, it's gonna have to happen. So I'm learning all about the legal system in the state of Maryland, particularly Cecil County. Sometimes I feel like I'm in prison, but I get like, yard time, and I'm allowed to have conjurers and all that kind of stuff. So it's just like that. But not everybody who walks or rides bikes or like in the middle of the day are, you know, vagrants with no jobs who need to get out of your way. A little dash of reality sometimes. Well, here's the thing I know about like the state and federal governments. They kind of like to understand man hours and everything they do. Yes, I know. I've spent some work time with them. I've spent some quality time with them. I've spent some time that just seemed absolutely a complete and total waste, and I can't ask them to give me those years back. And I can't really say that the internet is being used for the appropriate purposes. And, well, that is an issue in the United States. Okay, I can't talk about any other country. Probably territories, I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to set up my life because I know I'm going to have some kind of surgery, probably sooner than I want. And I'm guessing when I start having surgeries, yep, I'm going to heal, recover, bang, here goes another surgery. Heal, recover, bang, here goes another surgery. Here, recover, bang, here goes another surgery. I don't know, I got that in me. I don't have family. People keep treating me like I'm 30 years old, and I've never seen somebody die before, like right in front of my face. I got some. I got cred some places, ladies and gentlemen. Some things were misunderstandings, and people just don't want to hear it or talk it out, or so they just unfriendly. But sometimes it's just something's got to be done. There's so many people who seem to claim to be experts online that I am seriously concerned about the vulnerable ones at this juncture. I'm allowed to do that. Sitting here in the United States, we should have some quiet towns. Yeah. Well, maybe all the people who have PTSD can go there. Maybe the autistics, like deaf people, what do they give a shit? Well, that's what I'm saying, but they probably want to be quiet. Apparently they do. Yeah, anybody seen that movie? That's a good movie. I'm trying to think. Yeah, what's it called? Be Quiet. Psychological thriller horror movie. Here's what I did. The second movie, when I saw the second movie, I noticed that I did something. Didn't realize. I got up to go to the bathroom, and I started tiptoeing Like I didn't want. I just like the movie started, and suddenly I got out quiet. I realized like, oh, I don't need to do it. And I was like, I don't need to do that. They know what to do. Stupid shit people do it. Oh Lord. Well, you can't help it. I mean, if you're stuck at home, you're stuck at home, right? Uh, I don't sleep right yet. I might be a little bit. What's the word? What do the kids call it? Stoned, riced, zipped, high. Maybe just. Yeah, I don't really go for the high. I'm doing Delta 8. I don't really want to do anything different. But I tried gummies and oh my intestine situation. Oh, that was a horror show. So I know I can't do edible gummies, right? But I get paid for this out of my own pocket, so I can't really afford the R&D and research. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to find different pain management. I'm tired of getting hot probe nerve ablations. Like screw that shit. If it helps, I'm like, well, that's why I'm trying to tell you I don't want to do it anymore. Clearly, it doesn't. Like not for long enough. Yeah, they say 6 months. Like you have 4 months later. I'm like, okay, now you gotta wait. The insurance company doesn't give a fuck if my pain level just hit 10. It's staying there like all day. I understand, my fellow Americans. Right. So, at the very least, what we can control, those people who are in the United States legally, is guess what? Those who are not. Well, there's some yahoos I've met, and some high-strung people who think that they run everything better, including the country and your life. You don't really understand gun safety. Kind of, get like teenagers riled up about stupid shit and try and go hunting immigrants. Yes, alcohol, drugs, the education system in the United States of America takes a village to raise children. What? 1,000 points of light. What? Shock and awe. Who? You see, like we can't stand everything's changed every 4 years, dumbasses. I can't say the government's spinning out of control. That's not the case. Just how people understand it. The flat earthers. I'd like to make a really good case to them in person. But that would be in person, so they can't run away or turn off their laptop or claim that I'm a counter-terrorist or a liberalist or just like their sister or some kind of authoritarian Clawzilla coming to wreck your day online. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Right. That is what I'm saying. Like, well, no, well, well, why don't you settle in Mexico instead? Well, the ones who aren't coming from Mexico, like, you could have stopped anywhere along the way. Did somebody tell you there was like free money here or something? There are some Individuals operating here and there around the planet who I'm sure would all like to cease breathing immediately and leave the rest of us alone. You see what I'm saying? We don't need to name names because we may not know who they are. But I've met a lot of people who have some interesting ideas about the government, but they don't know how many branches of government there are. We're all a bunch of mutts here in the United States, but in general, we're not in a race war either. Try and collaborate the best we can. People aren't understanding from a psychological perspective. All you people rushing off, if this happens, rebound. I can't remember there's some modern psychologists, maybe the terminology has changed. It's a psychiatrist, psychology, right? Field term. People with PTSD may make some strides, like instead of just one step at a time, like one step, two step, three step, four step, five step. And unfortunately, your whole life, everything you've done in your life is pushing you to move forward, including a lot of people who claim to be helping you. But unfortunately, you can't do that, especially if you have fibromyalgia. It's not up to them, it's up to you. You know your body, you know what's happening. But psychologically speaking, yes, this is right. And the tendency is, but I'm not saying you got to do it one step at a time. I am saying, okay, go back to zero. In some industries, they call it back to one. But I'm saying go back to zero because your zero is going to change. And eventually, right, it'll become your one. Right. It's hard to explain. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even make sense. You understand this? But these are things that psychologically also happen. So if you can picture people, right, yes, and then they move forward, start, right, and they're all good to go, happy, smiley, and the next thing you know, they just like they fell, they're crying, they're confused, they're remembering shit they don't remember.
I want you to pack up and get out of here in 5 minutes. You understand?
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm saying is PTSD trained U.S. Americans would help. Just regular basis. Just the basic signs, right? It can happen. You get to a car accident. It can happen like you really love somebody and they just out of the blue, like next thing you know, they're just, whoa, what the fuck just happened to me? And then it takes a while, right? And then you look at people mean for a while, or you don't want to look at people, or you can't help but cry, or you start turning toward things. Well, why not? One bottle, 2, 3 bottles of it. Okay? Right? So what you do is you take one step and you make sure that you can do that one step perfectly every time. Because you need to do things slowly. This is something that the medical system and other people need to understand. Okay, it's like a false positive on a test, right? So there are some things that are more sensitive. Every single time somebody goes by with yes, loud motorcycle or enhanced muffler, just you need a new exhaust system. Oh yeah, I'm like, if you think I'm exaggerating, then you should not have a job that involves handling people at all, and find something different to do with your lives. Quite literally, it can wake me up to the point where I'm hyper alert for 3 days straight. Throwing pills at this shit is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard of. There are some that can help, you understand, right? Hydroxyzine, Benadryl, over the counter. But hydroxyzine, it can be great. It just sort of takes the edge off. So if somebody slams the door by accident with the wind, or your kid drops a spoon, if you weaponize sound, somebody, what I'm going to tell you is, ain't no way I'm going to curse God. I mean, why? God doesn't know me in college. But I'm saving mine. So I'm putting that one on you. A better world for the whole planet. Okay? There are things that actually are possible. I don't need Hercules or magic. But when I say magic, what I'm saying is make a good intention concrete, or at least try. Sometimes you need a group of people to do that. Right. There's some people who need to understand this. My biggest issue with Upper Bay is these people. Yeah. The what? Oh, okay. Hang on. Yeah, I'm on.
This is part of the plan, right? You let yourselves get caught, and the FBI rides to the rescue.
You got the first one right. You have any idea where we are?
It's Oreos. That's all I know. They drugged me too.
Glad you're with me. Where are we? Better if I show you. The last days of the war. The speedboat was supposed to be to Argentina. Something happened. We had to stop it off on the coast. They were retrieved after the war, but obviously that never happened. What do you know? Because one of the crewmen survived. He was my father. Why do you need me? The crew rigged the interior with explosives to prevent enemy access. I need somebody to open it. That's a charge. I wouldn't know best. That's why you're here, Neil. I refuse. You won't. Alex, be with me. You can pretend you're doing it. What's the real reason? Let's need equipment. Carbide TIG drill, fiber optic fluoroscope. I think you'll find everything you need. Okay, that's what it's a job. I will be behind glass for class. It can burn. Keep in mind you'll be wearing a remote cap. Do this. You're not a strawberry blonde with a penchant for Voltaire. I guess we're both disappointed.
I tried to get that up your mind.
It is on my mind. I'm
trying to boost the reception because I forget to receive a signal or hear from the suit without a look. Are you in the room there all day? What do you mean here? Getting involved with the combat. I'm not. I get it. We're fascinating creatures. We live a life of danger. It's exciting.
Anyway, yeah, another time. Sometimes I don't put that be right back up. I don't bother. Who knows? Maybe if I leave the room, some kind of paranormal activity. I did find a couple things. I have to start marking them. I got to get back to doing that. Unfortunately, I keep having medical situations. I got to put everything on hold and medical.
Did you say you were meeting me up here?
A lot of people feel like they need to run my life for some reason. But they don't have the legal right to do that anyway, actually. Anyway, yeah, I've never spent any time in prison. Well, I'm glad that my chatty Kathy can't remember what she said or likes to lie, manipulate, or both, or whatever. Answer neighbor is happy and pleased with the fact that I am not a lesbian truck driver.
Looks like a typewriter. Typewriter? Yeah, but I don't see any explosives.
It's too bad I'm not a lesbian truck driver. People, man. Don't worry, kids. There's some stuff that's gonna die out. Okay, it's sooner rather than later. Anyway, so that I can go walk over to the Elkton local PD and file a criminal complaint. And if they decide I have enough there, then the state judicial people will start getting involved, and or I can go to the commissioner. Just check the commissioner, but I can also civil sue quite a few things. Well, I don't really think that any insurance company really wants to pay for the abuse. Do they?
Yes, thank you for that. So that's not that good.
No matter which kind of insurance company or who funds it. I'm sure of that. And there are a lot of people who study organizational group behavior and that kind of thing. So one of the major league situations that happens with certain types of people in this country. And unfortunately, it's a lot of grandmas and grandpas. The baby boomers, I know. Why do we have to take care of them? Well, first of all, do it sober. Second of all, because you get paid. People should get paid a little more. Bump that up a couple bucks an hour at some of these assisted living, because you might get just slightly higher quality individuals. Maybe a few benefits that aren't gonna kill you. Retention. Oh Lord Almighty. All kinds of unqualified people doing shit. Well, I've seen it with my own 2 eyes, man. You know, I can prove it. I got W-2s, W-4, something. I forget what it's called. Yeah, Hazard County. It's starting to turn into house. Like, no thanks, man. But most particularly the 21084. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter how many times. It just is. I'm done. If you're from that zip code, like, just assume we shouldn't talk to each other. Okay? Just assume we shouldn't talk to each other. So maybe I should get a t-shirt, and I make my own t-shirts. It's going to take me a little while because I don't have the ventilation I need. I'll figure something out. Right, so I can make one. It says, if you're from the 21084, assume I don't want to talk to you. Full-grown adults teaching their children stuff that's going to get them killed. People who really like city pace, you understand? And you don't think you can slow down, don't come to Cecil County. Cecil County needs to pick up the pace a little bit, but don't be coming here thinking, like, do zoomies. And it's nice that there's a Starbucks. Let's just assume we don't need too many more of those. So, wealthy preservationists in the United States, or maybe there's some kids and journeymans who'd like to learn. See, this is what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, we need some people to do that, but it's a specialty. Right. And this is a historic situation. It's zoned that way. Certain zoning and other kind of things. Yeah, you know. Like, there's all kinds of people sitting around trying to tell me, oh, nothing you can do, nothing you can do. What can you do? What can you do? Get out of my way and quit breathing air. I don't care. I'm dying.
Careful, that nitro's what's fit.
Just like, not that I like you actually, I'm sure, but you know, there might be one or two, and there's some who do probably don't know what to do. It's a prayer. Nice thoughts. That's okay. I understand. I have a lot of paperwork to do. I'm having trouble writing. A lot. It's causing me, yes, serious issues at this point. So I have to have it in my own home, so we're trying to work that out.
Glad you lived long enough to see it. God, that's a regret.
I still have food stuff between like here and here from like 2 days ago. Just drink water. Just keep drinking water. You realize that could actually rip some shit. That could cause me some issues that you don't know about because you're a doctor, or you're not old enough, or you don't pay attention in any place you go at all. Like primary school, grade 1, first grade, whatever. Anyway, well,
Can I get out?
this is somebody's official playground.
Does anyone have anything for motion sickness?
I don't lie, but I do like you, and I don't want them there. So just take yourself a favor and shut up.
Guys,
Why do we need to rebuild the
all due
United
respect, I think you
States?
should listen to me right now.
We already did that.
I'm getting a signal.
Is it the stop?
I don't think so, because it's moving. Which way? East.
There are a lot of people claiming that they're right acting of God.
Everyone all right?
A moment.
Whatever.
What are those guys doing?
Not everybody's mentally ill.
Always in a flirt with the
I'm not everybody who has flashbacks to visions or schizophrenia. Unfortunately,
Make a left. No, I need
giving
right.
someone freedoms is not a good idea.
Christ, left or right?
So some of this stuff needs to be looked at. Anyway, I am actually doing that. I mean, I thought about it.
You need to find a way out
Some
of
options,
this
looked at my situation, but I don't have time. I don't care. I've had medical problems for a long time, and I'm not going to have people waste my time trying to convince me that something I know at 100% for sure. The wireless freaking router. Why are these people getting paid? I have the right to ask what their qualifications are. Well, Marianne Redding from the state of Maryland all yelled at me, and I'm like, are you trying to pose me, or grill me, or threaten me, or confuse me, or think that I'm going to just be quiet? Wow. Well, then you're on the shit list. Marked.
Same to me.
Oh, we have issues. See, we need people who are better judges of people just in general.
I have to say to you, you're up my love. It's been another week.
Good. That gives us a break. What do you remember about the
Don't give autistic kids illicit drugs.
When I was playing at night, some kind of voodoo, I think.
warehouse?
That's not a suggestion.
There are 4 along the shore between your battery park.
I mean, if you gotta fucking do it, don't do it to them. Okay? So, I'm 51. Yes, I've seen someone die in front of my face and some other things. The smell of burning flesh is really just sickening sweet. Like, part of me hates your nose, like, you can't get rid of it. It's in your clothes, like, it doesn't matter. You could, like, stick all kinds of crap in. Like, you could, like, take a jar of Vicks, a little jar of Vicks, and, like, stick that thing right on your nose like Rudolph. And still, somehow, like, you taste it. Okay, so I'm not making up stories or writing anything for Hollywood. And we need to understand, like, why do we need to, like, blow each other up and shoot each other and in each other's lives and steal and cheat and lie and espionage and covert and what? The what? Excuse me. States of America, I can guarantee you 100% that there's really no way, if it came down to going to a court of law in the United States of America, where you either have maybe jury or you have a special court, or yes, but people, regular, everyday, some of them caught the regular. I doubt you would convince a lot of people that ARs and AKs should be sold to civilians. And I doubt right, civilians, I'm saying. I'm not talking about military, I'm not talking about law enforcement or specialties, but you know what I mean. Right. What the hell? What are you doing? Bullshit. Shut up, NRA. Oh, by the way, NRA, look, fucking get it. Yeah, start teaching people safety about, yep. Kapow, kapow, kapow. Suicide. It's a social responsibility. You aren't gonna find enough people who are gonna give you anything credible to explain why civilians in the United States are legally allowed to have and purchase ARs and AKs. People who hunt like that really, yes, they're idiots and they shouldn't be hunting in the first place. So shut the hell up. Okay? I'm dying. What do I care? What do you care? As long as I'm somebody else's problem.
Elizabeth.